Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Today we're here for the penultimate round 11 of the PSGL Season 38 F2 Championship. We're here around Qatar, and yeah, this race was basically the first race I had the opportunity to take the title, so yeah, it was a very important one for myself, and we instantly go on our first run of the short qualifying. We basically knew that it's gonna be tied with 4 runs, but yeah, we're now already in the first sector, going through the double ride, trying to maximize the track as it's always difficult around Qatar. And yeah, decent first sector, 6-4 split, nothing to complain there. And yeah, I just was very looking forward to this race, as it was basically the first opportunity for me to secure the title, as I think we needed the P6, something like that, with Joris in the P1. So yeah, it was looking very good. I knew I just had to deliver, and especially as I was struggling a little bit in qualifying, terms of qualifying pace, yeah, I just knew that I had to get the decent qualifying in, as the race pace normally is pretty good. So yeah, we already finished our first run here, going through the last corner, downshifting into 4th gear.
Ja, das letzte Sektor war schlecht, aber das passt schon.
Yeah, as I said to my engineer, we were talking.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We were talking German, as yeah, we're both German, so 20.3 time. So yeah, it was not a bad banker, to be honest. P6 so far, as we now already are on our second run. We can see Joris with a 20.1, so 2/10 faster than us, and yeah, we're currently just about to be equal with our banker lap, downshifting into 5th gear, losing a little bit of time there, about 200. Now getting the car rotated is just so difficult on this track to carry the minimum speed through the corners, as we now go around the right and then left again using battery. Now right corner again, we're half a tenth up at this point, so it wasn't a bad lap, especially as we now get a decent traction, which is very important for the long straight coming ahead. So we go into the final and third sector now, trying to cut the corners as much as possible, but not invalidate. And yeah, now through the left and into the last corner, as we downshift into 4th gear, and I was very happy with this lap.
Let's go.
Especially as I was struggling in practice a little bit before, pace-wise.
Let's go.
Das ist P3.
Yeah, P3 at this point, so 20.1 as well. As we already skip into a final run in the third run, I invalidated, and I aborted the lap in the end. So yeah, we are now on our final run. First 2 corners were decent, but not optimal. Already 300s down on our lap before, but here I get the cut pretty nicely, as well as in the second right-hander, now up on our time. Shifting down into 3rd gear, slightly missed the apex there, but we managed to carry the minimum speed through the corner. And yeah, now we go into the right and left again. I knew in the lap before I had had a pretty good exit actually out of this corner, so it would be difficult to match it, but we cut the corner perfectly there. As we can see, Kian Goldendorp with a 19.9, an extremely fast lap, as we now go into the final sector again. 0.25 split it was. We usually do around the 8 flat last sector, so yeah, it was looking very good, as we lose quite a lot of time through the flat out section. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, just try to do a decent last corner, as I was not that optimistic, but we still go from P10 to P6. Still happy with 2.5 tenths of pole, but yeah, I didn't care too much about it. Just happy with a decent qualifying position, and yeah, nothing to complain, and just full focus for the race now. As we now straight away head into the race. The 5 red lights go on. We are starting on the medium tire compound. Behind us, Felipe Souza, as the lights go out, and we get just basically everyone the similar start. Yours a little bit of a worse start than Nelson behind, but Nelson has to can't go for the move there, as we now just try to to look for decent gaps. Just not to get
Joris
damages
einziger auf hart vor dir.
is the most crucial thing at this point of the races. We can see Toppe and Joris going side by side there for a short moment, as we just try to defend and somehow try to make moves ahead, as Nelson sends it on to Joris on the inside there in the hairpin. And now going side by side through the right-hander. We try to take the advantage out of that, but they both had a little bit of a slide coming out of this corner. Now they actually collide a little bit. I'm just trying to stay out of the trouble, get a decent exit, and now I'm trying to get ahead of Joris, who started on the hard tire. I guess he just knew that he had to make something different compared to me, as that's probably his only chance to get P1, and I'm gonna be down in P6 just to do something different.
Joris 45.
Copy, that's good.
Yeah, as my engineer told me there, Joris on with 45% ERS. As at this point I knew I had to use now, because if I didn't use now, in the next few laps I wouldn't have the same advantages in the first lap. Yeah, as Joris is using a lot of battery as well, as we are down on 25%, 30 now, regaining quite a lot already. Yeah, as we now lost the train actually to the top 3, which wasn't ideal at all. But yeah, as we now skip to the end of lap 2, we take the fastest lap of the race, and in this lap I knew I had to push as much as possible to get into the DRS again, as it will be crucial for the upcoming laps of this race.
Ich werde die einfach ein bisschen pushen.
As we now skip to the end of lap 5, I managed to get back to the train. Pace was looking very strong, very confident, as Sergio and Kian swapping ahead. Not much to fight at this point in the race. It just would be useless fighting and risk.
Erster der hard runner.
As we can see, Jan also pretty close behind us. He's also looking for some moves. I think he was P4, P5 or P3 in the standings at this point. He couldn't catch us anymore, or me, but he still wanted a decent result, that's for sure.
Pushed die auch.
Yeah, as we now skip to the end of lap 6.
Overtake hot lap.
Yeah, it was just, we can see ahead Kian going for move on Sergio. Now Toppe also wants to go through, as we knew in the next few laps we are gonna go into the pits. Toppe has a little bit of a slide there on the exit. We go down inside there, now side by side, but I knew if I just would stick around the outside there I would definitely get the warning, which wasn't worth it at all. As we now, Sergio getting a little bit slow ahead.
Kein Schaden.
But we didn't get damage from that, so everything fine, everything good.
Joris tire ist jetzt schneller, ne? Langsam.
Yeah, as I told I was speaking with my engineer there,
Also,
and he told me that Joris is a hard tire compound, as we can remember from the first 2 laps when I overtook him. They're gonna get fast and faster, and now on lap 9 they're probably already faster, as we now can see Sergio and Kia and Toppe all 3 wide basically. And we now just try to get a decent exit here and probably take advantage from that using battery, but just nowhere to go for a move. It just would have been too risky, especially in our position. Now Kian ahead. I was literally pretty confident and also fine with this position, as I knew I just needed a P6, and as long as Joris isn't in P1 I think I already could have finished in the P8 or something like that. As we now get a little bit of understeer. That was actually the first time I wanted to stay close to Kian and then go for overtake, but then we get the first warning. But I just used this warning now to stay close to Kian basically and use a lot of battery, and we actually go for a move overtaking. Not all of them, as that just would have been too risky. But doing a clean overtake on Kian was the most important fact at this point, as we now get the slipstream of Toppe very close here to get everyone. But then we just go back, but then they're now side by side, which doesn't help at all, especially with Joris with the fresher tires behind us. He also is gonna get closer and closer and probably overtake us again, as Kian now sends it down the inside there. And yeah, it was just tires were getting pretty difficult at this point of the race. Yeah, as we just try to somehow manage it, yeah, better, smarter than the others.
Stevens für uns keine Gefahr.
This was basically the most important thing at this point of the race. Yeah, as we now try to still stick with Toppe, as in the next few laps we are gonna go into the pits. And yeah, it will just, I knew it will be crucial to have DRS in the second stint, as it's always around here.
Toppe ERS. Oh.
Yeah, now we can see Kian and some others going already into the pits on the end of lap 10, so yeah, now it would it was crucial not to lose too much time with Toppe and Sergio ahead. They just needed to swap ERS perfectly every single lap. And we can see Joris down 2 positions behind us in P5 with way better tires at the moment, just because the hards had less tire wear. As we now skip to the end of lap 11. I knew that probably they're gonna pit ahead, but I'm just gonna use the DRS now for the whole straight. Use my whole battery and then try to stay ahead of Jan. But Jan was using quite a lot, but he fortunately stayed behind. And then on the end of lap 12, I used very much of my battery. We're going into the pits, trying not to speed. Was pretty cautious there.
Macht nix, lieber das als Speeding. Du bist der Einzige, solltest rauskommen, wo
yeah, and as my engineer said there, we are the only one who went into the pits. And as we can see, the train behind now just arriving to the last corner. It will be crucial where we come out there. Yes, it's just gonna decide how our second stint is gonna be. And I actually did a pretty fast in lap. So yeah, we didn't lose positions at all. As we now can see, we are just behind Sergio and Toppe. I think, yeah, Kian all undercutted us basically, but I didn't mind too much. It didn't matter too much in the end. So yeah, we got 2 laps of tire advantage over Kian. So yeah, it was pretty good. Now the hard's just very cold, difficult to get the temperatures up as fast as yeah, I probably should have. Yeah, as my rear tires were very cold at this point. Now we go around the right hand, the left hand, and yeah, it was just important not to lose too much time as a train. Yeah, as we now just have to yeah, stay behind them, not fight too much, and as some other people now go into the pits and they actually come back just straight behind us. So our pace wasn't ideal in the train, as we were still like sometimes fighting a little bit. But I couldn't yeah, couldn't do anything about that. As the next guys going into the pits now.
Oh, yellow flag.
Yeah, but as we can see now on the bottom, yeah, a lot of people crashed, and now there's a virtual safety car.
Das ist für die gerade gepittet haben.
And yeah, it was just very unlucky for us.
A safety car.
The guys who just went into the box are still out is basically perfect for them. And yeah, the worst thing about that is that Joris is still out, and he now basically has a free pit stop, and he can stay in P1. So yeah, fortunately we yeah, overtook the safety car there. And now we can see a lot of guys go into the pits, and at this point I thought, okay, it's done. I'm not gonna get the championship in this races. Yeah, the hard tires are just not as fast as the mediums there. But we had the advantage that, yeah, we knew that the mediums are gonna overheat in the next few laps. So yeah, now it was just very, very important to stay with the train, not lose too much time when the medium runners just right behind overtake us. So I knew, just be smart and yeah, let Daniel go through there, not waste too much of a battery. As we are now just behind him again, the tires very cold. It's just the warm up on the hards is just very difficult.
Reifen sind gerade sehr kalt.
But Jan as well behind us on the hard, so we had kind of a buffer between us and Angelo. But as we can see, Joris and Tyke already very fast ahead of us. They for sure want to yeah, split the train in the end As we now can see Jan and Angelo behind us fighting side by side through the difficult section here. Right, left, right. And then left again. Angelo overtook him there, and I knew it would have been insanely stupid to fight against him. Especially as we now can see he got 3-second time penalty. Yeah, as we now go on to the start-finish straight, I still had to use quite a bit of a battery there, as I just had to make sure to stay within the DRS of them. But now with Angelo ahead, yeah, he basically is just gonna connect the train between us and Daniel again. And yeah, now on lap 26 we can see they're going like 4 wide ahead, and actually Daniel Kelsen with a half spin there, which is basically perfect for us. Their tire times are gonna blow up now, and our harder tire gets better and better. As Daniel and Angelo now are side by side, and remember, Joris in P1 and we are in P6, so currently we got the championship. And Felipe going off the track there. It's chaos all over the place. Trying to go around the outside there, but just no space.
Come on, bitte send this.
And now they are side by side again. It's just, yeah, it was very hard fighting there, but everything's lean so far. As they, yeah, now Daniel tries to regain some battery, and we're just going for the move. They're very risky there, as yeah, we would have touched his rear left tire a little bit earlier, we just would have spun. So yeah, very risky there, but I knew it just also was gonna be risky if we stay P6 for the last couple of laps. As we're just gonna risk the yeah, the chance that we are gonna lose the championship in this race. So yeah, now I'm gonna go around the final corner, and I knew I had to use battery now to stay with him or even overtake him. I will see what he's gonna do. As we now get the slipstream, he pushes us all the way to the right of the track. We're now 9/10 behind the guys there, but they are fighting as well. So this was perfect for us. Now just trying to push him a little bit wide, still leave him enough space on the track. He now pushes us wide again, or just leave us enough space, and we're now using battery, and it's literally the perfect situation. Just we're a little bit low on battery, but everything is good so far. As we now go already to lap 28 in the middle sector, we are on 100% battery, perfect for the final lap of this race. I just had to stay in P5 to get the championship here.
Yes.
Joris in P3, he was yeah, playing the clever game, staying in P3, get the DRS, and then trying to overtake the guys ahead. And I just knew I just had to wait and see what's gonna happen. As we are now on like 85% DRS, sending it here, I knew I still could get one warning, so nothing too risky there. As we now use a lot of our battery. But I knew if I waste everything now, it just I will never even make an overtake to the guys ahead. As we now can see, they're going too wide, and Joris is gonna get P2 at this point. Angelo with 3 seconds ahead, so he basically has net P1 at the moment. But we will get Angelo's position as well. So it was looking very, very good at this point. Now I'm just trying to regain ERS. I knew that Felipe was on like 20 to 30% less ERS. As I'm now going off track there, actually slowing down so we don't get the warning. And yeah, just trying to get the traction down. The tires already were pretty worn, so not ideal. 4th gear, trying to stay as close as possible to Felipe to maybe go for a move there. Even though it's not needed, but I knew I want the podium in this race, and that's what I tried to do. As when using a lot of battery here, Felipe was on like 35% at this point, so we are using a lot, fully sending it there. Felipe had a little bit of a moment there. We're now going through the left, peeking the corner, using a lot of battery, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I just sent it, going down inside there, touching him. Everything still not too dirty. We have the DRS advantage. And we actually get this position.
Let's go, P3!
Fucking let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! Oh yeah, it was an incredible race. Podium. I didn't expect it at all. A podium, 25,000 ahead of Felipe Sousa. Let's go! We had the ERS advantage here on the final lap. which
Nice.
yeah was
Let's
again
go!
so important. It just was there was not pace needed in the last few laps, just basically cleverness, and yeah, it was just very good race. In the end, Tycho got a time penalty, so we even finished P2. Now on a 5-race podium streak, it was just such a relief to get the championship before the final round. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my championship final race here in F2, probably my last F2 race ever, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you at the next one.